We use them almost without thinking,
Yeah.
These little verbal bridges in our relationships. I'm sorry, I love you.
Yeah.
Tiny phrases, really.
Yeah.
But they can just shift the entire landscape of how we connect with people.
Absolutely. It's pretty remarkable how these everyday expressions carry such profound weight in our lives, our interactions.
Okay, so let's unpack this, because today, that's exactly where we're headed on the deep dive. We're going to explore the meaning, the impact of I'm sorry and I love you. Not just as fleeting sentiments, but as fundamental building blocks of our relationships. And we're not just theorizing here, right? We've got some interesting material to dig into.
That's right. We have a charming kind of romantic dialogue, a sequel, actually.
A sequel?
Yeah, where these feelings really start to emerge. And then we also have a thoughtful exploration of what these phrases truly mean in the broader context of our connections.
Exactly. So our goal, our mission for this deep dive is to really understand why these seemingly simple words are so potent and how they function in, the intricate dance of our relationships.
Right.
So with that in mind, where should we begin? What makes sense?
Well, perhaps looking at the dialogue first, it might give us a relatable starting point.
Okay.
And maybe set the scene for some of the more fundamental ideas we'll discuss later.
Agreed. Yeah, that sounds good. So this dialogue is titled, I'm Sorry, I Love You, Part 2. Which immediately tells us a couple of things. One, there's a backstory, clearly.
Okay.
And two, we can probably anticipate those key phrases, or at least the emotions behind them, playing a role here.
Indeed. It appears the first part resonated with quite a few listeners, making this a much-anticipated continuation.
Oh, okay.
The scenario revisits two people who had an initial accidental meeting. Thankfully, one where no ankles were actually harmed in the end.
Oh, good. That's a very important detail. So this second meeting is a date then. And it sounds like the person who was maybe responsible for that first mishap is trying to smooth things over.
Seems like it.
We hear the line, I feel just awful about this whole thing. I want to make it up to you. Let me take you out to dinner tonight, my treat.
Yeah, and what stands out there are a couple of phrases that really signal intention. Make it up to you. Clearly indicates a desire to compensate, right, for a perceived mistake.
Right.
And my treat, well, that's just a classic way to show goodwill. Generosity in a social setting.
Definitely setting a positive tone for the evening.
Well,
And it seems like it goes well.
looks like it.
We later hear, the food was amazing and I had a great time. And then someone's clearly enjoying themselves. You look so beautiful tonight. I wish this night would never end.
Yeah, these are, pretty typical expressions of early romantic connection. Highlighting appreciation, the desire for a pleasant experience to keep going.
But then we get to a more pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Where the connection seems to deepen quite a bit. One of them says, I woke up today thinking that this would be just like any other ordinary day, but I was wrong. The twist of fate brought us together. I crashed into your life and you into mine. This may sound crazy, but I'm falling in love with you.
Wow. Okay, there's a lot packed into that statement.
Yeah.
The contrast drawn between an ordinary day and this, extraordinary turn of events, the dramatic language twist of fate crashed into your life.
Right, crash.
All building up to that very vulnerable declaration, I'm falling in love with you.
And it seems Veronica, who offered her thoughts in the source material, really captured the sentiment. She said, wow, such a romantic dialogue. It really sounds like they're falling in love.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more, Veronica.
So even in this brief romantic exchange, we're seeing some interesting nuances in the language they use.
We are. And following a first look at the dialogue, 3 vocabulary words were highlighted.
Okay.
The first is relieved. This feeling of, happiness and relaxation after avoiding something unpleasant.
Right. Think about the relief when, say, company layoffs are avoided, or that comfort in hearing a loved one's voice after you've been worrying about them.
Oh, definitely.
In our dialogue, the speaker expresses being so relieved about the unbroken ankle. It's that release of tension, isn't it?
Exactly, that sense of a weight just lifted off your shoulders. Okay, what's the second word?
The second word is pick me up.
Ah, simple one.
Yeah, a pretty straightforward phrase meaning simply come and get me. We saw examples like maybe a forgotten ride home.
Which I'm sure many of us can relate to.
Unfortunately, yes. And scheduling a taxi, things like that. In the dialogue, it's the simple request to pick me up at 8.
Practical. Essential for coordinating plans, really.
And the final vocabulary word from that section is ordinary,
Okay.
meaning normal, nothing out of the usual. We heard about an ordinary person, an ordinary day, an ordinary life.
Yeah.
And there was a little playful mention that while some podcasts might be ordinary, the deep dive certainly isn't.
Well, we always aim for something more, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, ordinary, it's that sense of the unremarkable, the routine.
Right.
In the dialogue, the character's initial expectation of just an ordinary day really underscores how significant and unexpected their connection turned out to be.
Precisely. So we've explored some key vocabulary, but the language insights continue. After a second listen to the dialogue, 3 more phrases were highlighted under the banner of fluency builder.
Okay, fluency builder. Let's delve into those.
The first phrase is make it up to you, which we actually heard earlier.
We did.
It means to balance a bad action with a good one. Examples included forgetting a birthday, definitely a situation requiring amends,
Oh yeah, big time.
or maybe a regrettable comment, a forgotten anniversary.
Right.
In our dialogue, the dinner invitation is presented as an effort to make it up to you for the initial accident. It's about restoring equilibrium, really, in the relationship after a perceived misstep.
Yeah, it's acknowledgement of harm, basically, and a desire to repair it. Makes sense. What's next?
Then we have my treat. Wonderfully simple.
Love that one.
It just means I will pay. The example given was offering to buy beers. In the dialogue, the dinner invitation includes my treat, clearly indicating, financial responsibility.
A gesture that rarely goes unappreciated. It certainly helps smooth things over.
It does. And the final phrase in this section is a twist of fate.
The dramatic one.
Yes. This refers to an unplanned event that significantly impacts your future. The example given was narrowly avoiding some kind of tragic event like a flight that crashes. In the dialogue, the speaker describes their accidental meeting as the twist of fate that brought us together, highlighting the unexpected nature of their connection. It speaks to that idea of, maybe destiny playing a role in unforeseen ways.
It really does. And speaking of unexpected turns, our source shares a personal story from Erica about a fortunate twist of fate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Erica attended a party where a vacation was being raffled off. Her friends left early, apparently, and gave her their tickets.
No way.
Yes. And incredibly, she ended up winning the week-long vacation.
Get out. That's amazing. A truly lucky and unplanned event.
Talk about a memorable party favor.
Seriously. And it seems this prompted an invitation for listeners to share their own twist of fate stories.
Interesting.
Be they romantic, tragic, dramatic, anything in between, it really underscores how these unexpected moments can shape our lives in, profound ways.
It absolutely does. And it actually provides a really natural bridge to the second part of our source material, which examines the deeper significance of those 2 powerful phrases that are so central to our dialogue. I'm sorry, and I love you.
Right.
So we've seen these words kind of hinted at in a budding romance. Now let's delve into why these seemingly simple phrases hold such profound significance in all our relationships, not just romantic ones.
Okay, let's get to the core of it. Why do these phrases carry such emotional weight? Let's begin with I'm sorry.
Okay.
The source emphasizes it's more than just, acknowledging a mistake. It's fundamentally about taking responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yeah, for how our actions have affected someone else. This act, this acknowledging your impact, is just crucial for rebuilding trust. It signals empathy, a willingness to prioritize the relationship's well-being over your own ego.
That's a really important distinction, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about saying the words, it's about understanding the impact.
Exact.
And it takes a certain courage, I think, to truly own our mistakes, doesn't it? To confront the possibility that we've actually caused someone pain.
Oh, absolutely. It requires real strength to be vulnerable, to admit fault. But in offering a sincere apology, we give the other person the space. The space to begin the process of forgiveness.
Right.
And forgiveness, as the source points out, can be the catalyst for healing, for a fresh start in any relationship.
Beautifully articulated. Okay, now let's consider I love you. Often seen as the more, positive counterpart. It's described as one of the most powerful expressions, extending way beyond romantic love to family, friends, anyone we hold dear.
Right. It taps into our fundamental need for secure attachment, doesn't it? And it validates our inherent worth in the eyes of another person.
Exactly. Saying I love you reminds us and the other person that they are valued, cherished. It fosters a sense of security, of belonging.
And love, in its truest form, it's a deep connection. And it's not solely about the verbal declaration, is it?
No, definitely not.
It's about consistently demonstrating that love through our actions, showing patience, kindness, understanding, acceptance.
It's the ongoing effort, isn't it? The consistent actions that have to back up those three little words.
Precisely.
And just hearing, I love you, can be such a powerful boost, instantly making someone feel seen, appreciated.
It provides immense comfort and strength, particularly during challenging times.
Yeah.
It can instill courage and offer a sense of hope. It's a powerful affirmation of connection, of unwavering support.
Okay, so now, when you bring these two together, I'm sorry, I love you, that's a really potent combination, isn't it?
It is.
It's like a bridge between acknowledging hurt and reaffirming connection.
Exactly. It's expressing remorse and affection, like simultaneously. It acts as a vital link between pain and healing. Acknowledging the hurt caused while firmly restating that underlying bond of love. These words are especially significant during conflict, I think.
How so?
Well, saying I'm sorry is the first step in repairing trust, right?
Right.
And adding I love you reassures the other person that despite the misstep, the relationship remains important. It's still valued. It powerfully reinforces their significance in your life.
It's like saying, okay, I messed up, but our connection is still paramount. That blend of vulnerability and reaffirmed love, that must be incredibly effective in mending rifts.
It really is. And the source underscores why these words are so crucial in the broader landscape of relationships. Life inevitably presents challenges, right?
Always.
And relationships are no different. Their resilience often hinges on the willingness of individuals to apologize sincerely and to consistently demonstrate love.
Which requires a certain level of emotional maturity.
Absolutely. Prioritizing the health of the relationship over your personal ego. Being willing to consider the other person's feelings first.
It really boils down to valuing the connection above all else. And these phrases also teach us something profound about forgiveness, don't they?
They do.
It's not just about letting go of resentment, but about offering an opportunity for growth, for repair.
When someone says, I'm sorry, I love you, they are essentially asking for that chance to heal the relationship and move forward together.
Yeah, asking for that chance. And the impact extends far beyond just romantic partnerships, as you mentioned earlier.
Definitely. The power of I'm sorry and I love you resonates across all our bonds with family, friends, colleagues.
Even strangers sometimes.
Even in our interactions with the wider community, I think, it serves as a reminder of our shared humanity.
Yeah.
The reality that we all make mistakes and our fundamental human need for love and connection in a world that can sometimes feel, well, pretty divided.
Understatement.
These words can foster warmth and understanding. They highlight the value of our relationships and the importance of kindness and empathy, both towards others and, importantly, towards ourselves too.
It makes you consider the importance of actively cultivating the ability to say these words.
Yeah.
Especially if it doesn't come naturally to you.
The source touches on this as well, suggesting that practicing these expressions in small ways can be a starting point.
Like how?
Like apologizing for minor oversights, readily expressing affection in everyday moments. Sometimes you might hesitate, perhaps fearing that apologizing equates to weakness.
Right, or that expressing love makes us too vulnerable.
Exactly. But the reality, the source argues, is that these words are actually a source of strength.
Strength. Interesting.
Yeah, they build trust, they deepen our connections, and they cultivate a sense of belonging, not vulnerability.
That's a really insightful perspective shift. It's not about vulnerability, it's about strength and connection. Okay, so as we bring this deep dive into these seemingly simple yet profoundly impactful phrases to a close, what's the key insight that resonates most with you?
For me, I think it's the realization that I'm sorry and I love you are far more than just commonplace phrases. They're powerful tools. Tools that enable us to navigate the complexities of human relationships with greater intention and care. They embody responsibility, vulnerability, empathy, forgiveness, all essential elements for nurturing and sustaining strong, meaningful bonds.
I wholeheartedly agree. They possess this remarkable ability to mend what's broken and strengthen what already exists.
Yeah.
They teach us about humility, about the significance of considering others' perspectives, and about the enduring power of love to navigate the inevitable challenges of life.
And perhaps the most crucial message is the encouragement to actively embrace these words in our own lives.
Yeah.
We shouldn't wait for some, monumental occasion. The opportunity to offer an apology or express love often arises in the small, everyday moments.
So here's something to maybe consider as we wrap up. Think about a relationship in your life. Any relationship, family, friend, partner, whatever, where you might need to say either I'm sorry or I love you, or perhaps even both. What's holding you back from saying those words? And what potential transformative impact could those simple phrases have on that connection? A small act, really, but it has the potential for profound change.